No, it never raised this issue with us. We just had it through the media. And the Chief Justice heads an independent institution. The Prime Minister is a co-principal, is part of the executive. So he does know us in a brief. And when he felt aggrieved, of course, because now is an electioneering time, I've been out in the field. So I just saw it in the media. In fact, we've written a letter to the chair of the Electoral Commission. And I think that this letter was copied to some observer teams and also to the diplomatic community. I will urge my office to make this copy available to the media because it gives details of the interference by the administration, giving details of meetings which have been held, the venues for those meetings, the participants of those meetings, and even the content of what was discussed in those meetings. So we are not just basically talking hot air. We are talking something that is concrete, that is real plans to use the administration to try to rig these elections. And very senior officers of the government are involved. The names which have already been mentioned are not names which are just picked out of the blues. There are substantial evidence to show that those officers have been actually actively involved in the electioneering process. All that we are urging, that public servants should stay neutral. And those who want to actively participate in politics should resign their positions. So all that we are trying to say, for example, an officer like the head of public service today ought to resign. He's an appointee of the president. He, therefore, needs to resign right now so that he can go and actively participate in politics. He has been approaching candidates, tell them, what are you doing in court? Come out here, we'll give you money, and so on. This is not the language that is supposed to be used by a public servant. Public servants must be neutral, they must serve the government of the day.
The revelations by the Chief Justice indicate that somebody is reminding us of our very dark and painful past and telling us that he can stop our march through hard-won freedoms to a brighter, freer future and take us back to that dark past. We see the incidents on the Chief Justice as part of a wider pattern of intimidation, disinformation, blackmail, harassment, and misuse of state power to discourage and discredit fair contest and just settlement of disputes in the coming election. For some time now, we have talked about vigorous attempts by one or two senior state officers to frustrate the march by the people of Kenya towards full reform and irreversible change. We have talked about a vicious campaign by a section of state officers to influence the conduct of the campaigns and the outcome of the March elections through means other than the ballot in favor of one candidate. Our campaign has spoken of chiefs, assistant chiefs, and village elders being coached to stage demonstrations and being blackmailed to campaign for one party and its candidates. These are acts of forces out to frustrate the emergence of a truly independent judiciary, a truly competent public service, and a truly professional police force.